Micah's man up moment of the week. And, we only did 2 last week. Been off the air, so it's awesome. Like I said, we appreciate everybody calling, texting, messaging on social media, asking when we're going to be back on the air. And that takes a lot of patience, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. It's not going to be fixed overnight. And a lot of y'all understood, no hard feelings and stuff. They just, y'all were anxious, and we appreciate that. Anxious to, for us to get back on air and hear the music, country music, and the morning show, and of course, trading lines. How could we forget? But we're going to be talking about patience and gratitude. 2 simple ideas that can completely change how we experience life. Yet they're often the first things we forget when things don't move fast enough. Guilty. We live in a world built on speed where everything is instant and waiting feels like failure. I heard I can't remember what show it was, but it was like, you remember back in the day, they had to wait weeks for medicine to come in. So if you were sick, or, if you were if your shoulder hurt or your leg was broken, and you needed, ibuprofen or something, you got to wait 3 weeks for that sucker to come in. So you got to be in pain for 3 weeks. And, I get mad whenever I'm in line at the drive-thru and it's not moving. I'm like, what the heck? What's the holdup? An extra minute or 2 in there. I can't remember what comedian said that. But, we live in a world that's built on speed, but patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about trusting that progress that doesn't always happen on your timeline. One thing, me and my buddy, we were heading down to Shreveport back in January, last month. And we felt like we weren't getting there. We weren't leaving fast. It was like there was always something. And then all of a sudden, we might as well gas up. So we stopped, put some gas in the truck. It didn't take the full amount of gas, so he had to go in there and go get his change. But at that time, made it feel like, are we ever going to leave? As we're heading down, we get past New Boston, and there is a wreck. 5 cars in front of us. So after that, we sat there for like 45 minutes. It was like a 4-car pileup. And we started thinking that, what if we weren't supposed to leave then when we wanted to? That patient, you start thinking about stuff like that. That could have easily been us. And he was like,